Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No. No, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. IronRealmmedia is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
It's part of waking up. It's Folgers in your cup. Ding, ding, ding. Good morning. Ding, ding, ding. Ba, 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 bow, bow, ba, 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 bow. Good morning. Ba, bow, bow, ba, 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 bow. Good morning. Ba, bow, bow, ba, 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 bow. Beautiful day. Ba, 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 bow. It's a beautiful day. Ding, ding, ding.
Good morning. I'm here.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school. You can add.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Oh, TGIM. Happy Monday, and welcome to the IRONWORX, where it is 4 a.m. here. And even after all these years, sometimes I question why the hell we do this at 4 a.m. But we're here. How are you gentlemen doing?
I'm good, and here's the thing. I'll just go ahead and second that motion whenever you want to move it to a different time. You didn't have to wait for me to nominate.
Yeah, it's a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, no. It is a thing. I'm here, you know.
You're here. I see Daz is here.
There
Big shout out to Dad.
Big Daz Walensky there. He's here. Zack's here. You're here. Yeah, let's go. That's what we need. That's all we need.
That's all we need. Well, that's not true.
Your audio. Funky. Intro.
Huh?
What? I didn't hear most of it.
No, I didn't either, Zack. I heard a lot of it cut out. I just assumed it was the thing my headphone Bluetooth does sometimes. But if you were having that issue, then
I thought y'all were able to hear it at one point.
We were, like last show. It was great. Friday.
Nothing's changed. I ain't turned the fucking thing on since then. So
who knows?
That tells you something.
They always try to like tweak your settings for you, though.
Bastards.
But then when I went to the YouTube channel and opened it to say hey to Daz, it was playing there fine, and I heard everything. So it did go out. It was just to our end of things that it didn't come through good. So I'm assuming. Is that correct on your end there, Daz?
I am going to run and freshen up my coffee because apparently I didn't do that on the way in. So give me a couple minutes. I shall be right back. You all talked amongst yourselves.
We do that. We do that. We do that. Is that a new Blu-ray? Oh, yeah. Let me put that over there. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm closing tabs from stuff that I was doing the other day, actually. When was that? Saturday, I think. So there's an old, well, shoot, hang on. Let me get back, make sure. I have, oh, man. Something is not acting right still with my computer. Maybe it was just too cold this morning. There we go. What's up, Justin? Just now getting back to the call again. But yeah, oh man, that's awesome. You don't have to send that my way. I think I'm missing you now, Zach. Shit, I was talking all over you. What'd you say?
Just saying it's 40 degrees and I shaved my face.
Yeah, I turned all the gas heaters off and shut the valves off. Like, it's been weeks back now. That last cold snap we had. And then this morning, well, actually at about, I guess, 2, when I just couldn't lay there anymore, I said, oh, I guess I'm going to have to get up, do that midnight run to the toilet, bathroom. I walked out of our bedroom because, we're in a nice, warm, snuggly bed together, me and Shell there, and I got up and went out and went, well, yeah, because she likes to keep our bedroom cold as hell, and that's fine. I'll snuggle up and go. But when I walked out of our room, it was colder out there than it was with us. What the hell? And I had gone to bed, AC and fans and all that going. So I proceeded to go around and turn all of it off, thinking, well, that'll be fine when I get up. It's just the breeze. And man, I got up at 3:45 and it was even colder. And if I'm not mistaken, it's still heading down right now. Now, it's not as cold as y'all. I get that. Walter was, but it's all relative. Remember what Einsteinian said about it all. It's all relative. Because it's going to be, I think, 54 when we finally get off the show here. And then it'll start heading back up. So we definitely had a little late, a late little drop on the cold there. Let's see what it's doing this week. Wow, it's going to be 48 degrees tonight here. What is fucking going on, man? All right, that's enough weather bitching, I guess. All you northern people saying, again, Walt can't deal. Well, I can't deal. That's right. I don't like it cold. I knew it was going to be rainy all week, but I didn't think it was bringing the cold with it.
So I took my gun shooting Saturday.
Nice.
Man, I like it. Yeah, I got my scope sighted in, my last 4 shots. 3 of them were in the 4-inch target in the center, and 1 was at the very center, like a 1-inch by 1 square. Didn't touch the wall. Went right through. That was my last shot. I was like, okay, I'm done. I shot about 80 rounds through it.
Very nice.
And there were some people there with like bare 50s. Big, giant guns.
I hear you. Yeah, I'm seeing Justin and Melissa saying their high today is going to be 47. So again, I definitely can't complain. I know it could be worse for me, but I'm wishing we were all warmer and snugglier. I will definitely text that to you, friend. Ooh, wee.
keeping an eye on Artemis at all, but David just put a video out this morning.
Uh-huh.
And all the images and pictures they're sharing.
Uh-huh.
Knows how you install photos.
Well, I shared the deflated balloon there a couple shows ago, or was that one? That was Friday. So yeah, Friday show, I showed you guys the deflated balloon pics that are floating around. And then I discussed it as though it were a video, but what I actually apparently had seen, I did drop here in the chat, or not in the chat, but in the call, file, show prep, whatever, about the emergency procedures that the astronauts go through. I did discuss it a bit. I think if they got into the radiation situation, they would go under their seats and all that, remember? And then if the thing caught on fire, they would have, right? And if the thing caught on fire, they have like a little escape hatch. And, well, shoot, man, New York Times, I forget, it's one of those that only gives you so many free ones, and apparently once you see it and put it somewhere else, even though that's one of your free ones, when you go back to look at it, they're like, no, you can't look at that. So let me create a free account, because who cares anymore? Everybody's got my email address, it seems. No, I don't want a free subscription, thank you.
Good morning, Ian.
Oh, good Lord.
Good God.
Big dog out.
Man, come on, thing. Why are we doing this? All right, let me just go find it a different way, because this is ridiculous.
I feel good.
Yeah, we're not hearing that hardly at all, Josh.
That's so weird. All right, let me see what that's about.
Okay, he ran around the back.
I feel good.
How's that? Did you hear that?
Oh, good Lord.
No. Yes, sir.
No.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now.
We do. Man, we're having some audio fun today.
Uh-huh.
While he was taking his poop. But when I was picking up his poop, he seemed nice.
Okay. So this little image is part of what I was talking about on Friday, where if something happened during the launch, they weren't expecting, I'm saying, like a fire or an explosion or
an amazing gondola. The emergency gondola.
O-ring. Yes. This thing exists. It existed before. God damn, everything's hard this morning. So as you see, there are 3 or 4 of them for each, person, I guess, or that it can hold more than one person, but there's at least 3 or 4 of them here. 4. Little escape gondola, emergency catenary system, emergency egress baskets, they're called. And they exist, and they were there before anybody started showing, all of this stuff. So I saw a video on Facebook when I went to go, I don't know, share something to somebody or look at a message I had. That was it, a message from Connie. So as the Artemis takes off here, come on, you can do it. Yeah, you see they've already left the station here. And then the second shot, there it is, with at least 2, possibly 3 of the gondolas currently in escape mode.
That can't be like sightseeing gondolas. That's got to be like rocket powered. Because you imagine being in that gondola while that rocket goes up past?
Your rocket goes up past you. Yeah, I figured that too, that it had a little scooter on it to get it out of there quick. But these are, I mean, it's not just the still images. This person is showing the still images just to verify for us all that that did happen. But if you watch the video again, knowing this is what they did, that they got the fuck out right at the start, then you will yourself watch those gondolas heading down the slide. And that being said, you know, we have to remember some of the older footage we've all watched with the balloon bounce as it starts to take off. Hell, that was back in the Endeavour days. It bounces, you know, 4 million tons, bounces on the launch pad before it launches, and all this liquidy, watery steam shit hits underneath, and lights turn on, and then the thing ignites and it heads up. And so, you know, I think a lot of that is, you know, pyrotechniques have come a long way since Great White. Damn, I'm sorry, too soon. But yeah, it's pretty insane what they can do on stages with pyrotechniques to control it and keep it from actually hitting people. And again, it's come a long way since James Hetfield. Damn, still too soon. But yeah, pretty nuts that they are just really at this point convinced that stupid people are not going to pay attention to what we're doing anymore. Just jump out on a gondola and nobody will notice because they're so busy watching the pretty fireworks.
I don't know why, but that day would have been a little bit different this time, like the use of AI or whatever. Dude, it was as sad as all the other launches. It went straight to CGI after like 60 seconds.
2 seconds. Because for us, it went straight from a launch, no fire, no engine, to already in the sky, to a shot of some clouds and saying there's no clouds in the sky, to, it's like, really? Y'all don't even know how to do this? I could fake this better than you guys can.
It hit me. They don't have to change it. They don't have to make it better.
Nope.
That kind of ruined to change it now.
I don't know that it would ruin it. I think they just don't give a shit. I think it's like the Epstein files.
Yeah, people are catching on and whatnot, but most of the plebs, they're buying it.
Yeah. What is up, Mr. Gasca, in the chat?
What up, Brian?
Sorry. And then the whole fucking interview, first one, when they were all grouped up and they had the one guy stacked up on the top of the thing like he was luggage, and they had their little cute toy floating it around to each other and throwing the mic at each other, and that whole bullshit AR contacts that they're doing, that we've seen them screw up numerous times, you know, passing the mic to themselves when there's no mic in the shot because that feed got cut or whatever. And then your boy is literally over there chewing fucking gum. And not just chewing gum, open mouth chewing gum, which is really rude and gross, and you're a fucking cow for doing that.
Like a cow chewing on its cud.
You know, spittle, gum accidentally coming out of his mouth, any of that, nah, we're not worried about that. We got all these wires hanging that can absorb the spittle, right?
Yeah, he's definitely not going to choke on it.
I don't know if this is true. Was their last meal pizza before they left?
Dude, if it was, come on.
I swear they said they had a pizza. They were sitting there eating pizza right before they, like, got ready to go.
Yeah. Again, it's all in your face. Fuck you.
Trip.
And that
with, like, catheters and diapers or whatever, however you're doing it. The last thing you want to eat is fucking pizza. You should have been on a liquid diet.
Yeah, let me get something real good and greasy in my belly. That ought to fucking set real well whilst I
But you're telling me that
go to
you're
the
going to
moon.
eat pizza before a 6-day trip where you're wearing diapers, or I don't even know how they're doing it.
No, I think they got toilets. I think that was one of the big things, was a big toilet malfunction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me make sure. I was sitting there listening. I wasn't watching. I was playing the game, but I was listening. They were saying something about eating pizza.
That's nuts. Justin says he was there to chew some bubble gum and kick some ass. And he's got a whole lot of bubble gum.
Trying to close stuff still here.
Something to that effect. Something like that.
I think I've got it all.
The astronauts before, their traditional meal before launch is steak and egg. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like, wouldn't they be on a liquid diet?
Nah.
Nothing but liquid.
Nah. I mean, the food they're going to eat up there isn't all liquid.
Like this. Yeah, let's all go sit in a car together that we can't get out of and make as much gas in our stomachs as we possibly can for each other. Because that'll make the trip so much more pleasurable, right? I'm not sure. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Steak and eggs, steak and eggs. Neil Armstrong. No.
No.
Sorry, just reading Ian's comment. Because apparently, according to Justin, the toilet's already broken again. Because I know it had broken that one time. And just, Ian was saying, yeah, I guess it's plan B, a chamber pot. Absolutely.
You know the difference between a rich
girl and a poor girl. A rich girl and a poor girl. God damn, I can't talk this morning. Hello, mouth and tongue. Anyway, rich girl has a canopy over her bed, and a poor girl has a canopy under her bed. Sorry. Old Red Fox joke. No, not Sanford. Inside. His actual stand-up routine. Which I had a cassette of at probably 8 years old, I guess, that I would listen to on the regular.
I'm not sure how confident I'd be in the rest of the engineering of that shuttle if they can't even get the fucking toilet right.
So they took 58 tortillas, 43 cups of coffee, and a lot of hot sauce.
Again, the best thing for your toilet on the go needs.
Well, no wonder their toilet broke.
Burritos and coffee. I think that's the breakfast of motherfucking champion.
I had me one single cup of coffee just this morning and damn near broke my own toilet.
So they took 2 to 3 days worth of food for each crew member, but they're going to be gone for 6. This is massive.
Give or take.
This isn't, George's Gazette. This is NASA.com. 2 to 3 days for each crew member for a 6 days.
I will say that's a reality show I'd be willing to watch. And just before the return flight home, they've got a fight to see who gets the remaining food.
Getting stupider and stupider.
Loser stays on the moon.
Let's see what we can get these people to believe.
Well, we do also have to remember that part of their ritual is the, damn it, there's a word for it. Revelation of the facade. They have to, it's always been part of it. Always.
See, I can say that. I think they're just stupid.
They've done them themselves down.
Yeah, for real. That's what inbreeding does to you.
Yep. Start seeing the Habsburg jaw going, in a minute, I love it.
Yes, love it.
The other thing about that first live thing was that dude in the back right corner, looking at it, he was in the back left corner, but facing the camera, he was back right. He was right next to the dude who was propped up on the luggage or whatever the fuck that was about. His idiot fuck grin and that duper's delight on his face, it was always there through the whole discussion, but then every time they would successfully pass the mic from one to the other, he literally was clapping his hands as though they had been practicing it endlessly on their soundstage to make sure they could do the fake AR lens pass correctly. And like I said, if you watch back, every time somebody makes that happen correctly, he gives them a little quiet applause, a little golf clap. Fucking idiots.
Oh, be right back. I brush my teeth.
I hear you. So you know how you go back and you watch something you haven't seen in like 25, 35 years? It's something that's so obscure that it's just not available anywhere, and then suddenly it's back, and you go watch it, and you go, wow. I get it. I was probably 10 or whatever the last time I saw this, but ooh, it's a bad effects, or ooh, this terrible dialogue, or man, this is not as good as I remember it being, or whatever nostalgia letdown you get from it. Well, I had a bit of that over the weekend because that whole, like, whatever the channel is on the Roku, I can't remember what it's called. It's not the Roku channel. Which one is it? It's either that Howdy thing that's showing all the old stuff. Oh, it's the Tubi, T-U-B-I thing that's showing really, really crazy, older, obscure, like really obscure shit. So in the 70s, there was this, there was this show. I mean, there was this TV movie called Gargoyles that was on, and I watched. In fact, I may have talked about that Friday. Me and Travis were talking about our boy Scott Glenn. But anyway, just I didn't get into that part of it because we got all excited about Scott Glenn and other stuff he was in. But just watching a TV movie from 1972 that literally brought nightmares to me when I was, I guess, what, 8 and 72. No. 6. I don't know. I can't do math right now. My brain won't wake up. Anyway, just fucking really terrible effects, really bad costuming. You could see the rubber suit. Not just it was a rubber suit, but the back of the knee area was cut away so they could run better, and just really like, oh wow. I get it. It was a TV movie. Man, it was bad. Well, over the weekend, one of my favorite fucking cult movie soundtrack I literally had on CD and tape every time I could find it because it was so, to me, amazingly great. The movie hadn't been around though, and you know, probably I have it on VHS. I don't think I ever found it on DVD over the years because it was such an obscure 70s thing. It was a movie about and directed by Bob Fosse, who was a choreographer on stage. He's from like the Chicago musical and just about any musical back in the 80s and 70s. Bob Fosse was the director and choreographer of that. And the movie is called All That Jazz. And it's got this gentleman named Roy Scheider who was in Jaws and 52 Pickup and lots of great movies. And like I said, the movie's about Bob Fosse. And man, it definitely had some moments where I was just going, this is not at all what I remember. I don't know. Just like I said, the nostalgia thing can definitely color those past things. Now, don't get me wrong. Go watch it if you've never seen it. It's a great musical being presented as a movie, and it's fucking great music in it, especially the end thing at the end of the movie, where like Ben Vereen himself is in there. Anyway, again, I'm old and I enjoy older stuff. Right, Melissa, just like that. Watching an old cartoon, the animation's almost like they're showing you pictures real fast. It's not even good animation like that. Darkwing Duck, right? Yep. Yeah, I saw something was up. I woke up, Michelle was watching an old cartoon. Sammy, what was it? Something we grew up. Oh, Land of the Lost. fucking the sleeve stacks, all that shit. It's like, wow. I could do stop motion animation better than these little dinosaurs they have running around. That was the one that was making me laugh a couple of weeks back. But again, great show. When you were growing up, you know, sleeve stacks, the ancient lizard race, and crystals controlling the electromagnetic doorways that go between worlds and all that kind of stuff. So they were about some shit. Of course, they had David Gerald as one of their writers. Shout out Jonathan from Jersey. Man, I apparently have something in my eye. And I've been trying to blink it out and ease it out and rub it out. Don't take that the wrong way. And it's just not working out. So I may have to turn you over back. Is Josh back? Is Josh returned?
Oh, yeah. Josh has been back for a minute.
Guess that would be a no.
Oh, you can't hear me? What the fuck?
Well, I'm not going to leave you here alone. I'll wait till Josh gets back, but I'm going to have to grab some eye drops. Apparently, I thought I had some here, and I grabbed a bottle, and it's completely empty. So apparently, I didn't bring it in here like I thought I did a couple days ago, or if I did, I used them up.
Copy that.
But I'll hang out. I'm not leaving till Josh's return. I don't know where he disappeared. I mean, I know he went to go do things, but he hasn't returned. Hope he didn't run into a bunny emergency or a dog.
Maybe it's high fidelity mode. Can you hear me now? Check, check.
I do hear you now. Have you been talking all this time?
Well, I had high fidelity mode on, thinking maybe that'll allow you to hear the shit that goes on my end. But apparently that didn't do it. That just shut it all off. You couldn't hear anything. So.
I wasn't hearing you if you were talking.
Well, that sucks. But I'm back. Y'all need to do something.
Hey, I got to go deal with this eyeball that I have going on.
I blinked my balls.
Oh, look.
My eyeball.
We got Andrew B. snuck in while we were yapping. What's up, Andrew?
What up, Andrew?
I'm sneaky.
You are sneaky.
Sneaky. Like you. Anyways, so I'm going to share my screen in just a moment here. And I really don't like having to do this from a cell phone, but I still haven't figured out how to transverse. Because I use Teams for my online teaching stuff. I don't know how to switch it back and forth properly.
Do you use Microsoft as your OS on your computer? Because your phone should connect right to your OS, and you can show what's on your phone on your computer.
I haven't tried doing that, but yes, I use Windows 11.
Yeah, you should have like a My Phone or some shit thing where you can connect the two, and then just pull your phone up on your computer, and I think vice versa.
Yeah, sure. It's just the URL. It doesn't relink very easily.
Have you been watching the Artemis thing at all, Andrew?
Yeah, unfortunately, I have.
Did it shock you that it was just the same old crap? I thought, being the new moon thing, that it would be a little different. But I was wrong.
Oh. Yeah, it's not going to be anything impressive. All right, am I sharing?
You are now.
Okay, there we go.
But you're sharing your phone. We still just see Teams.
Yep.
Okay.
Fucking A.
Love technology.
Yeah. And I work in that field. All right. So.
Because it's full of shit.
Yeah, the breakout star of NASA's Artemis 2 moon mission isn't an astronaut. It's the space toilet. So, Adam,
God.
that is... Are you guys seeing it? I'm not really sure if you guys
Joke's on them. They're all full of shit. Yeah, we're seeing it. I'm showing it.
It's the space toilet. And, again, I just call this, spacecomedy.com. As the 4 astronauts of NASA's Artemis 2 mission to the moon close in. Sorry, it's kind of small. I got it. On their historic lunar flyby, the first by a human crew in more than 53 years. And yet they were still, even if this was a real thing, they're saying that the toilet, the actual space news article, I know there's space lettuce types of things that I bring up from time to time, but I think this is like space toilet. This might take the first of many, but yeah.
Like, do they do anything special for the aviators, like fighter pilots? Do they feed them a full meal before they go up into a fighter plane?
Nope.
That's stupid, right?
Yeah, because, well, I have spoken with and in great detail with a lot of the fighter pilots, and most of them are not gone for more than about 4 to 5 hours, roughly, and they have to wear diapers just in the event of something, but they do have water they can drink, but no food.
No, but like getting ready for a flight, you're not going to go get a full belly and then go doing Mach 4.
Oh, no, fuck no. No, they have to, when they get
like
back,
the
they're
astronauts
hungry.
do. Like
yeah,
the
they're
astronauts
hungry.
do.
Yeah. Oh, the astronauts
The
are the
astronauts
worst.
they ate pizza. They had a pizza party before they took off. And they're eating tortillas with hot sauce and coffee.
Oh, that's a combination of two things that wouldn't work well.
No.
That's going to smell great in there.
How many people eat like hot sauce and coffee as part of their diet together when you're in an enclosed space like that?
Yeah.
With a busted toilet.
Yeah. Let's use a diuretic.
Well, apparently 4 people do.
Once. But they don't do it again.
It's just crazy, dude.
Yeah, in my experience, either one of those is not a great addition to your diet. But to introduce both in a tiny little confined space with a busted toilet? Come on.
No, the toilet was that was their superhero. Well, like Captain NASA or something.
Didn't mean it wasn't busted.
Space.com. Oh, I'm still sharing my screen, aren't I?
Well, I think that goes to show that even a broken toilet steals the show when you're dealing with NASA astronauts.
The 6th today.
I've been trying to just wrap my mind around. I'm trying to go back to the globe and the NASA stuff. And I've been talking to a lot of people about it. And even a lot of globers I've been talking to, they're like, yeah, this didn't happen. It's just fucking stupid. And people that still believe it are just, their mind has been warped. But it's okay.
Yeah.
It only cost $4 billion to do this. And not a big deal, right? Yeah, that's a lot of money.
A shitload of money.
I think, personally, if they say $4 billion, that's what they're telling the public. I'm going to say triple or quadruple is what was actually being utilized for some sort of, I don't know, money laundering or something else, some black market budget.
Yeah, that's what I was telling this person at work. She's like, why does it cost so much? I was like, because it's all black budget stuff. I was like, you do know that NASA is a branch of the U.S. military, right? She was like, really? I was like, yeah. I know they all wear lab coats and have their pocket protectors, but nope, they're just as military as anybody else.
Yeah.
My forms.
Before NASA existed, there was NACA. That was one of the trivia questions I had a while back. I don't want to spoil the answer, but either way.
Man, I hate those things. They're all chalky and they don't have much flavor, right? That's what you're talking about? NACA wafers?
No. It's a prior to NASA. It was NACA, NACA. It's just, sometimes it's better just to look it up rather than having Professor Andrew tell you. I'm not a professor.
Sometimes it would be, you're right. You do play one on Iron Real Media sometimes, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, sometimes. I would have to go through about 6 more years of college to be deemed a professor, and then still I would probably just be like, just call me Andrew. Fine. I don't give a shit. But before NASA came along, there was NASA, and this was right after World War II. Well, what exactly was the goal of that? Actually, there was a pre-NASA as well. But now we're left with this just pile of bullshit that we have to keep paying taxes into. I want my money back.
Good luck.
I don't give a shit if it's 1 cent per day. I want my fucking money back. Yeah, it might equal to like, I don't know, $300. I want it back. Here's what I always ask everyone. Name one thing that NASA has done that has improved the lives of anyone. See? Nothing. I've asked that to Glovers a lot. Nothing. That's why when I become president, I am going to eliminate NASA. Chris Crum is going to be my vice president. Once I resign, I don't know what he's going to do. It's up to him. But that's what's going to happen. I just realized I haven't smoked any weed in like a week. I'm going to do that right now and go on mute and let you gentlemen do your show. Sorry for
fuck, I thought we were
hijacking.
That's why we let you on.
Oh, oh.
Nope, I saw this weekend that Lake of the Ozarks is about to be descended upon by what one might call a gathering of juggalos, as they're going to do their yearly gathering of the juggalos, but they're doing it in Lake of the Ozarks this year. Tiny little town out there at Lake of the Ozarks. Got like 700 people in the town, and they're going to fucking descend upon this town in all their painted glory. I'm almost half tempted to do it just to say I've gone to one. But I don't think I could get Dixie to go with me because she's already been to one. And I'm not sure how long that'd stick. Yeah, she knows better. Uh-huh. Exactly. And they even, she and her friends rented a big old fucking, like 15 passenger van. I think maybe it was Suburban. Either way, they drove up to Michigan for their gathering of the Juggalos. And had a blast, but I don't think we'd do it again, so I don't think I'll be able to talk her into it. And besides, it's just like one big twisted-ass rendezvous anyway. I think I'll save my socializing and peopling for the rendezvous that I actually want to go to. Did get a rifle this weekend. Got a rifle yesterday from my father-in-law. Thought he had given all of his guns away to his sons and his daughter, but he still had one hanging on the wall that his son didn't want. And I just happened to be looking for one just like it. So I got me a 45 caliber cap and ball in the corner of the room right now, and I should have a 54 caliber coming en route in the mail. So that'd be good. That'd be a good thing. What else? Seems like there was something else. By the case, Justin. Fago by the case. Send your mama straight to the stove. Tell that bitch to bring home a Fago. Although I don't believe I've had any Fago since the last ICP concert I went to, and I'm pretty sure I ended up with some in my mouth. You can even find some around here sometimes. We actually do get some Fago soda around here eventually. But not all the badass flavors that ICP gets.
Right. Yes, Ian, I see you. It is chilly here. Woody is Walter's hoodie. God, mighty, my mouth is not awake yet.
Oh, skeet, skeet.
Hey, baby. Rizzo said good morning. Hi, Mama. Hi to Mama. Yeah.
Good morning, pretty lady.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl.
Mine too, Justin. And it doesn't help the fact that I actually vocalized it and said out loud the song that's in my head all the time. So it's probably going to make it stick or stay there for the rest of the day. I'll end up listening to the fucking Riddlebox album or some shit on the way to work.
Oh. Young guy better be here today.
What better be there?
My flagger.
Thought you said Suge Knight.
I heard something about Suge. I was trying to come up with some lyrics and it just wouldn't hit.
Oh, I'm sure there's a Tupac lyric in there about working on the roadway with Suge Knight.
Oh. Wow, Ian had snow last night, and I was bitching about a little 40 degrees or whatever it is, 50.
Wheeze, Justin. Wheeze. If anybody is, I think Wheeze going chicken hunting.
Baby. Good.
I think I finally figured out how to resolve this Teams issue.
Just get stoned?
Teach us, man, how to do it, because good Lord.
It doesn't work for me.
Apparently I was talking over you that whole time this morning, earlier, before I went to get eye drops. I didn't know. Because we couldn't hear you, so.
I had to reprogram my entire operating system, switch to Linux, back to Windows. No, I'm kidding. It's actually a much simpler fix.
You had to log out and then log back in under a different account?
Yes, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I'm surprised that you didn't figure that one out earlier. When it kept logging you into the wrong account.
I tried it before.
So silly. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Well, you keep reminding me of Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys with all the kitties.
Thank you, I guess. I don't know. That's a compliment or not, but
That's with T's, right? Not D's?
Yes, with T's.
Just making sure. Kitties are cute. Bubbles with kitties is not.
Well, there's one episode, I think it was one of like, they made several movies. And one of them, at the end of every single season, or most seasons, they get arrested, go to jail. And that's when Bubbles, he creates something called
Kittyland?
No, the cat food mountain. It's
yeah. When he went to prison. Yeah.
It's like 100 pounds of cat food. He's like, that should have been enough. And he comes back and all the cats are gone. And Kitty Mountain is gone too, or Cat Food Mountain.
So I've been having a thought.
Just one?
Well, this one keeps coming back to me. Like, are we sent here for a reason? Do we come here for... I know there's probably multiple reasons, but is there like something that like me, Zachary, is supposed to do before I go? And if there is, have I already done it? Or is it still yet to come?
That's an interesting question. I think
it could be something as simple as holding the door open for someone, and maybe that changed their whole outlook on something or their whole life. Or just doing a nice thing. It's not something that it might not even be big. It could be something so small and insignificant to you, but you could change somebody else's life, and then the butterfly effect takes effect. But yeah, do I have purpose? Have I fulfilled that purpose already? I don't know why this question keeps popping up in my head.
Okay, this goes into the aspect of understanding in regards to being retired. You know what the definition of retired is?
Useless?
Basically, yeah, you're
tired again.
Zach got it. Yeah, it's basically meaning you're without use. You're taking yourself out of the pool of workers, and you get a pension if some people are lucky. Some people don't want to retire, but I personally, I'm not going to retire. I'll die with a hammer in my hand, hammer and a multimeter. So what is the purpose?
Why don't you hold the multimeter in one hand and then the hammer in the other?
That's kind of the concept I was referring to. Just,
well, that makes more sense.
Man, the highway is clear this morning. What's going on? Did a lot of people get off Monday for Easter or something? I thought they got off Good Friday.
Did the rapture happen?
I mean, I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong, I ain't complaining. Less traffic is good, but it's just what's going on.
I think it might have been the rapture.
Start driving down a highway by yourself. Start asking questions.
come to California and you'll know what traffic really is. You guys don't
Yeah,
have it.
Denver was the worst. Denver was the worst traffic I'd ever been in. Doesn't matter where you want to go. It's going to take a half hour to 45 minutes to get there. Guaranteed. Doesn't matter. If it's 5 miles down the road, doesn't matter. 45 minutes.
According to the...
Well, that's hell.
Yeah, it's...
I think you just ended up in hell, Zach. That's interesting. How'd you make that happen?
I'm way too sober. I'm gonna fix that. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, this is kind of creepy. Nova, I know I've mentioned it before, but just as a reminder, everyone's cell phones, even if they're even a little flip phone, they're being tracked constantly. And from there, they can determine how fast someone is going to be going down the road. Hence the reason that someone can say, oh yeah, just pick an address, and like, oh yeah, navigate me to a certain location. And it knows approximately how long it's going to take based on traffic conditions. So, in California, we have two of the most congested locations in regards to traffic. Los Angeles is number one in regards to traffic. Number two is the Detroit area. This is according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. The last time I checked.
See, Detroit wasn't all that bad when I was there. Now, I didn't go into downtown Detroit. I was in the suburb area, so that might have had something to do with it.
Yeah, I think it's like the greater metropolitan type of area. Sort of like if you look up where I live in San Jose.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, there were a lot of people there. A whole lot of people driving around all the time. But it seemed to go smooth. I don't really recall being pissed about sitting in traffic in Detroit.
Here in California, number three is the Silicon Valley Bay Area, which stretches from San Francisco, Oakland, and San Jose. It's called the tri-state area, where people that actually commute through Silicon Valley and whatnot will spend approximately 800 hours per year.
Good Lord.
Going less than 10 miles per hour on the freeway.
Jeez.
That was the last.
Fuck that, dude.
I know. Fuck that, exactly. Fortunately, I have a very, very good work schedule.
That's over 2 hours a day.
Uh-huh.
Every day of the year. Fuck that. That's crazy.
How do they know that? They're tracking us. It's not like people are just inputting stuff into a form or something. No. We're getting tracked. And the next one, aside from the San Jose type of area, is New York. I think after that it was, I think they said it was Dallas or something, or Miami. I can't remember. But yeah, a lot of people are like, "Fuck this! I'm getting a bicycle."
Yeah, Dallas was horrible, dude. Dallas, like the loop going around Dallas, seemed like a crackhead did the design. Like you got highways that go off to the left, an exit that goes off to the left, up to this highway that's raised up, elevated up a little bit, which apparently looks like for no reason whatsoever other than just to do it. And then all of a sudden it comes back down and comes right back into the same lane it was on. No other exits or nothing. Supposedly like a traffic thing for, I don't know, crackheads.
You hear about that kid partying down in Houston?
No.
Have you heard about spring break in Houston?
Nope.
He got all the STDs. Like, you name it, and he got it that weekend. Dude, they were just sleeping with whoever. Like, just look this up, dude. The numbers will baffle you.
I don't know if I want to, but I'll do it only because you're saying.
No, just look at the STD numbers. That's it. The STD numbers in Houston over spring break.
I mean, how many STDs are there?
I don't know, but this kid had like all of them. Like, you name it, and he had it. His whole face like broke out into these red bumps, like all over. Probably all over his whole body. But I guess, yeah, they were just all being freaky down there, and nobody was wrapping anything, and now there's a bunch of people with lifelong stuff for a weekend worth of fun.
All right, fuck it. I'm going to share my screen now that I figure out. Okay. All right. Already lost my spot. What the fuck? All right, so I'll just read it. Houston is experiencing a significant rise in STD cases, with rates of HIV and other sexually STDs higher than the Texas average. Syphilis cases more than doubled in 2016 and 2022, and gonorrhea cases increased by 32% over the past 4 years. The highest infection rates are found among the Black community and those aged 15 to 34.
Yeah, but specifically look at spring break. Put in Houston STD spring break.
Oh, that was a popular search. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many articles about this shit. It's crazy.
All right. So, this is nuts. Okay. Based on, this is kind of a play on words, based on viral reports and social media trends from March 2026, there have been unverified claims regarding a significant surge in sexually transmitted diseases in Houston, Texas during the spring break and the rodeo season. I didn't know rodeos were like a huge...
No, dude, they had to go in and make dress codes for rodeos. Girls were dressing like they were going to the club to go to the fucking rodeo. Yeah, a bunch of little kids had their eyes open that day. Apparently.
All right. So here you go. Key reported claims. Viral PSA claims a viral trend, including Instagram and Facebook posts featuring nurses and individuals discussing supposed shocking STD rates, with some posts claiming up to 42,000 new cases. That's a fuckload. That would overwhelm a hospital.
That's a lot, dude.
Yeah. Like how many nurses are gonna be like, oh yeah, you got herpes again, or more? You have super herpes.
Super herpes. Space herpes.
No, it's a play on words that I got from South Park when they're talking about how Butters, his mom and dad, they're talking about super AIDS.
Yeah.
Anyways, specific infection surges, unverified. Some reports cited by creators alleged that between 2025 and 2026, syphilis surged by 79%, HIV by 17%, and gonorrhea and chlamydia by... All right, well, I'm not going to Texas anytime soon.
Doesn't syphilis, like, eat your brain?
It's fatal for women, and it can be it's usually there's stage 1, 2, and 3 for it, and anyone in the military, they pretty much has to go through STD training, especially if you're going to be deployed overseas. Has to go through this once per year, and they will show you the nastiest of nasty type of like presentations. That's when like the doctors come in and whatnot. But for women, I think it's the stage 3, in which case it is fatal. For men, it is not quite as fatal, but still uncurable. That's what Al Capone died from.
Yeah, no cure.
Yep. Oh, and they show you what it is too. Like, what the fuck? And she like, well, oh, what
Isn't
is
it like
herpes?
a parasite though? Little worms.
I don't know the details to it, but if this is happening in Texas, simply because of spring break, I would think there has to be some sort of a reason. I don't know.
And these
okay,
children are not learning anything in school anymore.
Yeah, let's just drop your pants and do whatever the fuck you want.
These teachers, there's so many teachers that are pulling their hair out wanting to quit. They're like 5th, 6th grade teachers who have children. Like, you get to middle school, 6th grade, and you still have a kindergarten reading level. And some kids just can't read. I've heard they're finally going to change it. They're going back to being hooked on phonics again.
Yeah.
I don't know how they were teaching it before, but kids are going to learn that C makes a K sound and B makes a B sound.
The way they were doing it is handing out a list of fucking words that you memorize for the week, and you take a test on Friday, and that's it. You actually don't go back and use those words in sentences or make a story or read, a paragraph or do an essay, any of that. You just have a list, memorize this, next week you'll get a new list. And by the third one of those that came home, I called my son's school when he was in I guess 4th grade, 3rd grade, going, hey, are y'all not teaching phonics? Oh no, that's old stuff. We've advanced our curriculum. Like, advanced it. Okay, yeah. I tell you what, you go ahead and advance your shit, and I'll teach my son how to read with phonics, because that's how you learn how to fucking read. So that when you're suddenly presented with a word you've never seen on your list, you can actually figure out what the fuck it is and how to read it.
Figure it out. Good Lord.
Yes.
Oh.
The students that I have that do the best are the ones that turn their phone on silent, and when I get done doing a diagram or a drawing or some sort of calculation, they're looking right at me. And the other students, they're on their phones.
See, dude, you have your phone out. I'm spiking that thing like I just scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I have had to do it a couple times where I will. There's a good chunk.
Or you can just. Yeah, or you can just leave the class.
That's what I tell them. Yeah, I tell them, get the fuck off your phone, and I'll say it just like that. Get the fuck off your phone, or if it's more important to you, then leave the classroom, come back in when you're ready to learn. And when I say that once, it embarrasses one student enough to the point where they stop doing it. Unfortunately, it is like a third arm.
Yeah.
Smartphones came out, like iPhone and Android, in 2006. So, I think some of these kids are so hooked on this because their parents, I'm gonna flat out say it, they're shitty parents. Like, oh, I don't want to actually teach you to be an adult. Here's an iPhone when you're 6.
Well, they got social media to be on, Andrew. You can't be on their social media if they're raising children.
It's a downward acceleration.
But in actuality, they actually aimed it at adults first. It wasn't really the mind control for the kids yet, because back in, I'm going to say the 90s, there was a little device that hit the elite yuppie crowd called a BlackBerry, which was kind of the origin of the whole smartphone idea, if I remember right. Let me go see.
A pager.
Oh no, the BlackBerry phone. It had like
BlackBerry had all the keys, the whole alphabet.
Yeah, keys at the bottom.
On the phone.
It color screen. It was designed basically as a pager, typer, etc., with a phone attached. It wasn't a phone with all that other shit attached. Is what I'm reading here. So that started. Yeah, technically the original first smartphone arrives in 2002, the 5810. So the pager went released in 99. Because I knew in like 2001 or 2, when I started working for Singular, they had access to the internet on your flip phone and on your little, 9010 or whatever it was, the straight phone that had the little pull-out antenna. It was quote unquote access to the internet, but it was all text based. You didn't have it was the iPhone probably that made it really look like the computer in your hand thing. But yeah, they were working on this for the business people, getting their brain all fucked up. Because I would constantly get calls in 2001 and 2 and shit where, I've lost my phone and can you get me my numbers that I had saved so I can call people until I get my new phone? And like, you don't have your phone like numbers in your head or even written down in a little book somewhere. I was stunned by people not remembering numbers at that point, and that was at the beginning of it all, let alone now. But
so
yeah, they started dumbing down from the adult down, not from the kids up.
When I started doing some of my trivia research in regards to technology and stuff like that, I found out, I was just trying to find out when was the first, quote unquote, smartphone created. It was by IBM, I think in 1994, I think. But it wasn't in the same type of a format. Sort of like car phones. You guys remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big bag.
Oh, yeah. My dad had a big old bag, in the car.
That was before they decided small was cool. Back in the day, everything big was cool.
Oh, yeah. You wanted a full keyboard hanging off the bottom of it, which I had the, Nokia, whatever, Eve, whatever, that had the awesome keyboard. Man, I could type my ass off. I hated texting with, the ABC number thing on the phone. Although I could watch, again, the kids go and type a full fucking paragraph,
2 seconds.
And I'm still going C, D, E. Okay, there's the E. But yeah, what was that phone? I gotta go find it now. Let me see.
I think Nokia and Motorola were some of the first ones that came out with that kind of stuff. But now, I have, unless I wasn't required to have a
smartphone. The E5. Oh, I'm sorry, I just found it.
Yeah, do it. Sorry,
E5. And it had a little mini joystick thing in the middle that was it looked like a button, but it could toggle up, down, left, and right, just like your D-pad on your controller. And it was a pressable button. And dude, I was a beast with that fucking phone. I could text your ass off. I would text the fuck out of you with that phone. And I earned that. I won that by saving people from quitting. I was the enabler. I was like, no, you don't want to quit Singular, then you won't have a cell phone. Come on, stay with us. We have cookies.
Yeah, cookies.
Sure, you can still buy a used one for $70. That's fucking crazy. What would it do? Just turn on and be nothing? I don't think it could connect. Yeah. I don't think there's that was what, 1G or 2G or whatever.
Yeah.
Negative 1G. I don't know.
You turn it on, you might get onto some military thing channel.
Yeah, probably so. Some secret underground alien communique.
I heard that's what they did with the original TV channels, 2, 5, 7, 9, all those from back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah, that were like national broadcasts.
Sorry, I got excited. Justin and Chad was talking about playing Snake on that phone. Fuck yeah. With the little joystick.
All right, I'm going to share my screen here. Before I do, I didn't know the exact answer to this. The answer even surprised me. What is the most expensive cell phone ever sold?
Wasn't it that solid gold thing?
Well, don't even necessarily the brand or whatever. What do you think the value of it is?
I have no clue. I couldn't even imagine. You may have talked about this with us, though. That's why I remember the.
I didn't know this.
Well, I just know there was a solid gold one that came out, or a gold one or whatever that came out that was like aimed at, stupid people with stupid money.
Here's the answer. Well, at least as far as I know. The most expensive mobile phone in the world is the Falcon Supernova iPhone 6 Pink Diamond, valued at approximately $48.5 million.
That sounds like the one I'm talking about. Is that gold?
This luxury device is made of 24-karat gold
There
or
you go.
platinum and features a large, rare pink diamond on its rear
Get
panel.
the fuck out.
It is considered the ultimate status symbol, owned by the elite figure. No, just people, fuck that. The whole word elite. No, you just have more money than us. Fuck the elite.
I can bedazzle my whole fucking phone. Ooh.
Yeah.
I could buy 35,000 phones with that. Whatever. There you go. One more thing that pissed me off for the day.
Apparently the tech in that phone is not amazing, though, from what I'm reading. I looked it up after you started talking about it. Material. The high cost is driven by rare material and diamond, or rare metals and diamonds, rather than the actual technology.
Oh, there was a video with it. Oh shit! I didn't.
I bought a $50 million phone, but I can't quite make calls with it. I don't
It's 14 pounds. I can barely pick it up off the table.
I can't pick it up, right? I killed a cat of mine when I dropped it. So, yeah, I'm excited about my new phone.
All right, so that's number one. Number two is iPhone 5 Black Diamond, $15 million. Dollars. And then Stuart Hughes iPhone.
Stuart Hughes.
I don't even know who that is.
I saw it. Dude, I saw it in the list here. I'm like, yeah, that would be the next one.
$9.4 million.
Good Lord.
So, I don't know. Like, how much money do you have to have? I don't give a shit if I had $15 trillion. I still wouldn't buy one of those.
I know. That's what I always
fucking
think
point.
about stuff like that when I see shit like that. It's like, man, if I had that money, even if I had that money plus like millions and trillions extra, I still wouldn't waste it on that kind of stupidity, status-y, like, ooh, look at me, I'm cooler than you, bullshit. I'd buy guitars and go, oh, look at me, I'm cooler than you and shit.
Well, it makes me think of that one scene, Christian Bale in American Psycho. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. When there's like
I'm a huge Phil Collins fan. No, go ahead.
Yeah. When they're all like pulling out their business cards. Like, this
bone,
one's
baby.
made out of like some
Bone. That's bone with a whatever font. Yeah, that shit's so funny.
Yeah, that's when Christian Bale, he goes crazy. I still don't understand the ending to that movie. But
No spoilers. La 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 la.
I'm not. No, I still don't understand it.
I've seen it. I'm being stupid. Hey, baby. Come see me too.
I hope everyone is doing well. I have been procrastinating. I just don't know where my lighter is.
Yeah, they've already commented. I think it was Daz in chat saying it sounds like you're not quite in your normal state of mind for this call.
No.
It's not exactly what he said, but I'm paraphrasing. I am paraphrasing.
Is that Nuka?
What's up, Nuka Kulu? Nuka
There he
Kulu?
is. About time. You're on the fucking... Dude, we checked you in a while ago. You're going to have to fill in some, Yeah.
Hello, guys. Hey, Zach, Josh, Walter,
You're going to get doxxed on your time sheet.
Andrew, bitch. I mean, Baker. Sorry, man.
Oh! Burn.
Oh, Dave's coming in hot this morning.
How are we doing today, sir?
What's up, brother?
I'm all good, bro. I just changed my catalytic converter on my car.
Wow.
Which is why I'm late. Well, I didn't change it. I hollowed it out. I'm sick of the fucking thing.
Right? Fuck all that.
You know that stuff inside there is one of the most valuable metals on
Not
Earth.
for my car. Not for my car. My car is the really cheap car, so...
No, it doesn't matter. The catalytic converters, they use osmium on the inside. And that's why people around here in the United States steal catalytic converters.
Well, it's in
Even
my
on-
backyard. Somebody wants
Even on crappy cars. Yeah, you can get good money for that, for the metal that's in there. Don't just throw it away.
I saw a new one was very expensive, and the
Mhm.
second-hand one was sort of affordable, but I'm tired of the issues it's causing in my car, so I just hollowed it out myself. Now I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, they're expensive for a reason, and that's based on the size of the engine that they're supporting. Anyways, when I was in Virginia doing a lot of these prison projects, these guys that were on good behavior getting out in less than a year, well, one of the guys, I always ask him, what are you in for? He says, oh, yeah, like 4 counts of murder or something like that. I want to be like, yeah, I don't want to work around you. But one guy just said, oh, yeah, I was a heroin addict, and he was going around and cutting off catalytic converters underneath people's cars. And he said he could be in and out in 2 minutes with a jack, sawzall, and cutting them off. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. It don't take them but a second.
Yeah, it's just cutting it. It's just, yeah, very, very fast. And then he got way too high one night, and he cut off the catalytic converter of an undercover cop's car right in front of his house. And he said that's how he got caught. That's my little story about catalytic converters. He was one of my helpers.
Did he steal yours too?
No, he was in prison. No.
Oh, man. So what did I need to clear up there, Andrew?
I forget. I just smoked a bowl, so I don't know.
I thought weed helps function better. Wasn't that your stick? That weed makes you function better? How are you forgetting after you smoke?
Doesn't make me function better. It helps me just chill out and go to bed.
Right.
You can just have sex and sleep. That also works. Don't have to smoke.
Yeah, my girlfriend isn't here right now, though, so... And she doesn't smoke weed.
You have 2 options. Left or right.
No. I can go backwards or forward. I can just spin in circles.
Dang, you a
That gets
freak.
you off, man.
I can also just jump in, up and down and stay in place. Don't tell me I have 2 options. It's ridiculous.
That's the spirit, Andrew. No girlfriend needed. I don't need a girlfriend with my left hand or my right hand. I can jump up and down and wiggle around in circles. I can flop it anywhere I want. You tell him. Got all kinds of options. And Jilster, not everybody can.
Oh, is Walter still playing with his pussy?
It sounds awkward.
That's what I do in the morning. That's how I get awake.
Well, he's only got two options, you see.
Right. Left hand or right hand.
Why is it
Sometimes
always a
both.
white pussy though? I mean,
Hey,
it's
this
kind
is
of
not a
mixed.
racial thing, man. Come on now.
It's got some black marks on it. It's kind of mixed.
I'll make him all purr.
That's my sweetie. Yeah, that's Cleo. She's the craziest one. Yeah.
Look at her wiggle her ass.
Yeah.
This
There's
is
her
like
little
Ted Nugent.
her little tiny tail. You got a tiny tail? Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh,
Make his purr
goodness.
with the stroke of his hand.
Wang dang, what a sweet boy thing.
Oh.
So what's new in America? Any ceasefire yet? Between you guys and Iran?
Hey, dude, we went back to the moon. You hadn't heard?
No, we about to fuck them up, he says. Them bastards.
Oh.
Apparently Trump says they've only got a couple days. They've only got a couple days to get their shit figured out before we decide to get serious.
Ah, okay.
So take
So
that
the price is going to go up some more. Brilliant.
And apparently he's done trying to keep the Strait of Hormuz open. He says, look.
Yeah, well, apparently America only gets 2% of its oil from there, so
why the
everybody
right.
else's problem.
Now that we provoked them into shutting it down, why the fuck should we bother to keep it open for you guys? Sorry we had it shut down, but y'all want to open it back up, that's up to you now.
There's a country over there that starts with an I.
There's several over there that start with an I. At least a couple.
I'm just giving a hint. Starts with an I, ends with an L. Not very big.
Iraq.
Nope.
Iran.
I think we should be attacking them instead.
Iraq hole.
It's Iran, but the L is silent.
Why do you want to attack Iraq instead?
I didn't say Iraq. I've already been there.
We're done.
Were innocent people when I was there.
So 1990s.
That was early 2000s.
Okay, why do you want to attack Iraq?
We shouldn't be there. Put it that way. Stay the fuck away. There's nothing legitimate, in my opinion, in regards to what's happening in that area of the world. And even if it is legitimate, the United States has to stay the fuck out of it. Let them deal with their own problems.
So between us going back to space and going to the moon and the war, are they ever going to release these Epstein files?
No.
Okay.
Multifaceted distraction.
Yeah, not the
Here's actually a theory that I have. I think the Epstein files might be completely fabricated 20 years ago with basically a scapegoat situation in regards to how something else more serious might be happening. Like, oh yeah, don't worry about what's going on right now because Jeffrey Epstein. Start talking about that, everyone gets triggered from it. It's a scapegoat. It's a misdirective type of a situation to bring up. But when it comes to Epstein, no, I don't think anyone's going to go to prison.
I mean, the only reason we're hearing about it is because they want us to hear about it.
Exactly. That's part of the misdirection. When it comes to magic.
This shit is going on in every fucking state in our country. If not, like, every county. People don't realize 600,000 people go missing every year. Just in this country alone. That's it's almost 2,000 a day. Something like that. Every day. That's insanity. That should be mainstream news.
One of the things that I've learned about a lot of mainstream politics, like the Epstein files, if people actually were given every single detail and they were real, how many people would actually read it, knowing that
I wouldn't.
The horrendous things.
No, I don't want to see it. I haven't even looked at the shit that's redacted. I don't want to see it.
Right.
I already know what they do. I don't want to go and imagine that shit.
Well, that's how easy it is for them to actually use, like, oh, what did we do? Oh, we tortured people? No one wants to read that shit. But people in the FBI, CIA or whatever else, they allegedly did. They don't want to show it to people because there's people's names in it. I know it's so fucked up. But
yeah, we don't want to show this to
Pam
people.
Bondi, did you see that?
This might offend people. People will be really upset by this. In fact, we're not going to show anybody. We're not even going to prosecute anybody. We're just going to hang on to these papers and we're just going to tuck them back over here for no particular reason. And then we're going to do fuck all for decades. And then maybe we'll decide to pull the papers out and be like, oh my God, can you believe this happened? Oh my God, I can't believe you've been allowing that shit to happen for the last 3 fucking decades. Why didn't you come out sooner?
Yes, Zack, they fired Pam Bondi. I don't know exactly why, other than they were saying that though.
Her handling of the Epstein stuff.
Yeah, that's what I read on the internet, but I don't know.
Well, why would Trump fire her for the handling of the Epstein stuff? I thought that was just like a fucking
job lying to us.
Wasn't that a Democratic hoax? The Epstein files?
Well, she did a piss poor job in front of Congress or whatever. She did, like, real bad, talking about how great the Dow's doing. Like, that has anything to do with fucking pedophiles. Like, she did a horrible, horrible job.
So I'm understanding that Trump is upset with her because she didn't take the Democratic hoax seriously enough in front of Congress? Or she didn't make light of it enough in front of Congress? This Democratic hoax that he calls the Epstein file.
Sure. Well, the whole idea of we're going to put out these Epstein dossiers stage 1 and then come back a week later and be like, what files? What are you talking about? Like, that was retarded. Bring in a bunch of influencers, make a big charade about it, give them nothing, and then say part 2's coming in just a couple weeks, and then never put out anything else. So I don't know what you're talking about. The Dow's at 50,000. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's called smoke and mirrors, bread and circus, and misdirection. When I'm pretty good with magic tricks now. I'm not like a master, but I can say, yeah, don't look in this hand and don't look in that hand. Meanwhile, neither hand has anything in it, and then that's called a misdirection. Meanwhile, I can create a card in my hand all of a sudden. So it's called a flip change. Takes a little practice, but this is what the government constantly does. When some sort of a major event happens, they're not going to come out. This is like rewind in time for a moment. It's a Jeffrey Epstein. All of his files have been recovered by the FBI, CIA, and whoever else. He's currently in solitary confinement under constant suicide watch 24 hours a day. And by the way, guys, if you guys don't know what suicide watch is, what they do is they put you in a very special type of a cell where you can shit and piss in a hole in the middle of the area. And it's like a padded room. And they give you this big, looks like a furniture blanket. And so you can't tear it, like hang yourself or anything. You have to stay in there 24 hours a day. All of a sudden, they came forth and said, well, Jeffrey Epstein, all that, blah, 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 was actually true. well, things would be very, very different versus what's happening right now. Was that what's true? Yeah. But Epstein already escaped. Would you guys mind if I'm going to show you guys a card trick with something I've actually modified? Can I show you?
Yeah. Did you see that picture of the new Ghislaine Maxwell? Looks nothing like her.
And
like her nose grew 3 sizes somehow.
It's all the Who's in Whoville.
Did she kill herself
joining
too?
hands
Allegedly?
and singing, Zach.
And her nose grew 3 sizes that day.
Exactly. You got it. Yeah.
All right, so this is a super easy card trick, but I am still trying to figure out the math behind it.
All right. Is this one of these? Yeah, it's a math trick. That's what I was about to
No,
ask you.
it's card tricks. But
is it with
yeah,
21 cards?
It's a math-based trick.
Oh, it's super
every time.
Okay. So
is it 21 cards that you use?
That dude is such a dick.
He is a dick.
But he's such a great fucking dick. He does it so fucking well.
Well, yeah,
he's such a dick, though.
Well, he says he did it because when his explanation is he was so boring at the beginning, he had to create some sort of a personality.
Persona, yeah. I've heard that excuse too. Now, you can't be a dick like that pretending. No. It's real.
No.
Guys, if you don't know this dude, go to his channel. He's a fucking phenomenal, and he teaches tricks well. But yeah, he's so fucking ridiculously fun. I'll come by and see your mom later, and just all this kind of great shit off the top.
He's just fucking with people, and he does that live.
Oh, it's great. It's fucking hilarious.
If you watch some of his earlier stuff,
when he was
it's like boring. That's why he created that persona, that personality. So it's him doing something he's really, really good at. He's up there with Richard Turner. But I had this argument earlier today with the Glober, actually 2 of them, and I was saying that the government uses magic tricks, such as with the Jeffrey Epstein kind of thing. It's like, misdirection, smoke and mirrors, and bread and circus. And I showed them this. I'm like, how does that pertain to anything? I'm like, just watch. Anyone that has a deck of cards can do this. It's very, very easy. But mathematically, I can't figure out how the fuck this works. Here it is.
I'm about to teach you one of the most amazing card tricks you've ever seen in your entire life. And as a matter of fact, you don't even need a deck of 52 cards for this, so it'll be perfect for some of you. All you need is 9 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No other cards up in the deck. You're going to make 3 piles, 3 cards each. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You ask someone to look at a card at the bottom. Let's look at this one. This goes on top of this pile. This goes on top of this pile. Now they spell in a club. Watch this. T-E-N, drop these on top, and then of, O-F, and then drop these, and then spell clubs. C-L-U-B-S, drop these on top, and then spell my name. You heard me right. Spell my name. J-A-S-O, and on the last letter, you will always find that card. Which is kind of interesting because all the cards have different numbers of spellings. But let's do it again. I'll show you what I mean. Let's say they look at this card, the King of Diamonds. Place it on top, all those on top, spell King of Diamonds. K-I-N-G, drop these, O-F, O-F, and then Diamonds, D-I-A-M-O-N-D-S. Drop these on top. Spell my name. J-A-S-O, King of Diamonds. Now, let's take it really a step farther, because this last one's going to blow your mind. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's say they look at this card, the 8 of clubs. I'm going to spell this card, the 7 of diamonds. It doesn't even matter what card is spelled. S-E-V-E-N, drop these on top of, O-F. Drop these on top, diamonds, D-I-A-M-O-N-D-S, and that's right. Spell my name, J-A-S-O, and that's probably one of the most amazing card tricks that I've ever seen. Like, follow, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll teach you some more.
Yeah, I used to have a couple like that back in the day that I knew really well. I mean, young, like in my teens, that I knew really well and would do all the time. When I really wasn't a great card manipulator as of, of course, I'm not a manipulator any longer. Once I got out of the casino business, I stopped really messing with cards. That kind of burned it for me. Having to play with cards every night, all night, taking people's money really kind of ruins your love of cards.
But you got a lot of tips, didn't you?
Oh yeah, dude. I worked $100 single deck table. If anybody is a gambler, you know what that means. So like that meant minimum bet, $100, and I'm dealing straight from my hand into your face, into your place with my hands only on the cards, no shuffler, nothing else. So you had to audition for those positions, and once they saw my card manipulation skills, they immediately put me on those tables. Now I was the person doing my damnedest to use my card manipulation skills to dump that fucking tray so that I could get $300 and $400 tips. Every fucking hand, not just every night. That was every hand. Some of those, we had a lot of Laotian and Vietnamese people here in South Louisiana who had come in at the right time and got into the shrimping business. And dude, those guys would come in there and drop 15, 18, 20,000 a night. Just drop it. It was so fucking ridiculous, the money they would throw out. But they would give it to us. When we would lose it, they would tip the hell out of us. Absolutely.
Yeah, Asians.
I got called on the carpet so many times for, we know you're dumping the table, Walter. I was like, well, then pull me. I don't really want to be over there. Get me on a fucking big six. I hate this shit. Eventually, guess where I wound up? On the big six. Wait, what?
What is dumping the table?
Getting rid of the money, trying to lose, trying to give them the money so that, they would be happy and tip you. That's what it was all about. Yep. Yeah. Because, the house is stacked already. They wouldn't open the doors if they weren't taking your money. If the odds weren't in their favor, they wouldn't open the door. But that was my excuse, too. It was like, okay, so I'm over there dumping what, 15, 20,000? Meanwhile, y'all have made 180,000 just on the table next to me alone on the shoe $5 bet game because people are thinking, oh, I can bet $5 a hand. Oh, I lost 20? Oh, what happened? 20,000? But, yeah. I can't, because they knew I had the control. They knew that I wasn't the only one. There were other good dealers on those decks as well. They would always, switch us out. If I started dumping too much, they'd pull me and go put me on the big six, which the big six is like the most boring. You don't have any, you're just spinning a goddamn wheel. You have no control. There's no skill to fucking spinning a wheel. It's pure luck, quote unquote, because the way the spots that it hits on are set up, it's set for you to lose. Everything in there is set for you to lose. That's why they open the place. But anyway.
Wait, so you had
definitely
everything? Like roulette even?
Oh yeah, dude. We were a full casino here. It was an Indian reservation next door to the little town I'm in called Chitamacha, the Chitamacha sovereign nation. And so that's why it was here in Louisiana when gambling became legal, it was only on riverboats that could leave and had to leave the dock for a few minutes every day, or it couldn't be a gambling facility. It had to be able to move off of the moor, go out into the water, and come back. And then they changed it to where they could just be parked at the dock and still do the gambling. And then suddenly it became a whole thing where all the nations in other states started opening casinos, to get their money back that we stole from them 100 years ago. And the Chitamacha decided to open theirs. And when I say they were making money in that place, all the people on the reservation that were actually, Chitamacha by blood and heritage would get a cut of that money. And it was like, whole folk got rich and came, just buying stupid. That was when all the spinning rims and all that shit was real big, and undercar lights were still legal and all that. They had all that. They would buy it. And I was like, yeah, spend that money because pretty soon all that's going to stop. And it did eventually stop.
I'm changing my ethnicity. I'm going to be trans-ethnic. I'm just going to... Like, what's the best one?
Well, dude, I did my damnedest to get some of that money. Not Cherokee? Here, but over in Mississippi. I'm Choctaw, and they have the Choctaw Casino over there in, I can't remember, somewhere there in Mississippi. And my aunt literally, this was years ago, but she started trying to trace our heritage to get in on that money. And whatever the percentage is, I think you have to be we were 164. Or some shit like that. And that wasn't quite enough. You had to be like one something else. I don't know. It was whatever the percentage, we couldn't get none of that money. because she tried. She wanted it. We all wanted some of it. Fuck yeah. But we were not quite Indian enough anymore. We had done thinned our bloodline out. My grandma, like old pictures of her, she looked like a squaw. I mean, she looked like she came off of a reservation.
What is Indian enough? What is it?
The percentage of your, like, the hair, like, I'm 164th, or I'm 125th, or I'm one whatever percent.
Right.
Of
I'm
that
saying, what is the percentage or the?
I don't remember.
Ratio.
Whatever
fraction.
it is. Yeah. Let me go see. Let's ask the web. Hold on.
Elizabeth Warren actually said that she was, I think, allegedly, 164th American Indian, and therefore she's able to claim that as some sort
maybe
of.
that's what we had to be, and we were just right outside, and that's why I remember that.
They call her Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Whitest Indian I've ever seen.
She doesn't have any features whatsoever. Other than
buddy. No, Bender, not right there. Come on, buddy, get down. Good Lord, he's tearing up the house. Bender, I know you want to see me. Come on. He just always picks the most inane path to get to me. They come straight to me. He goes across where my coffee almost just got knocked over, and where all the little paperwork I have to the side just got knocked to the floor. Okay, there's no specific percentage across the country. It is determined by each casino. You have to be an enrolled, officially recognized, federally recognized tribe. Each tribe sets its own requirements. That's what it is, apparently. But yeah, a lot of the times you have to be at least a quarter. It says here, at least 25% still in your lineage, direct bloodline. But they don't accept consumer-related DNA test results. They require formal genealogical documentation, which is why my aunt went looking and trying to gather the records and all that shit.
Huh.
But yeah. Now, that being said, I don't know, Laquita may have went on and, yes, my aunt's name is Laquita. She may have gone and found all that out and got it and that money, and that's why she kind of hasn't, been seen or heard. No, I'm kidding.
Well, hold on. What's the name of your aunt again? One more time.
Laquita.
What?
Laquita.
What color is her skin?
It is as white as mine.
Wow.
This is Central Mississippi we're talking about.
Yeah, it was just making me think of the movie.
Oh no, pick one. I get it. That's why. That's why I was being a bit facetious in saying it.
Napoleon Dynamite.
She definitely is as white as they come, for sure.
All right.
I mean, I had a lot of strangely named aunts. I had an aunt Clotilde, which they all called her aunt. That's how it's said in the rest of the world. We called her Clotty, Aunt Clotty, but it's Clotilde. And then there was Aunt Woodsy. Her real name was Eloise, but she was Aunt Woodsy. Yeah, it's a Mississippi thing. You wouldn't understand.
Someone tell a joke. Dead
Oh
air.
no,
It's never fun.
no,
I
it's
took
the
a bath
best
with
part of the
Bubbles.
show.
Bubbles was the girl next door.
Yeah, that's the dirty joke. Want to hear a clean joke? I took a bath with Bubbles. You want to hear a dirty joke? Bubbles was the girl next door.
You guys are running. What's
All
up,
right, here-
Scout?
All right, guys, I got to get going. I love you all, though.
All right,
You
man.
guys
Be
have a
safe.
Great
Love you,
rest
love
of the week. I'll talk to you guys Wednesday morning at the latest.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan.
Cheers.
Be good.
All right. Love y'all. Talk to you later.
I've never understood the point of telling someone, be safe, drive safe. Never understood that.
Because
Most of the time, well, it's just like being like
You want-
polite, I suppose. But if you
I'm just
didn't
kidding, Zach. You don't be safe at all. You just run in the road, wear your hat backwards on your head with the band over your eye, whatever.
Well, it's not really reminding people that they don't want to die in a car accident or
Might
kill
be.
someone else.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think it's a reflex for me. Someone could tell me that 50 times in a row. I'd be like, Whoa.
And then maybe that one time when you're out there in the middle of that California traffic, just about ready to road rage and start raising your blood pressure and screaming in your car by yourself with that stupid motherfucker 3 cars up. Wait a minute. I don't need to get so upset. I was told to drive safe. And I can't drive safe when I'm this upset. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing and just be aware of those around. It's always a good reminder to just be safe. Or if you're a driver, if you drive for a living, to drive safely. I think it's always a good idea to remind people.
I don't drive for a living. And it's sort of like...
You don't need to be safe when you're driving that 2-ton fucking death machine at 60 miles an hour around other people driving 60 miles an hour. I'm like, I'm sure that's perfectly fine. Like, what's the worst that could happen when you're driving 60 miles an hour in a 2,000-pound piece of steel? What's the worst that could happen?
I have 2 friends from high school. They're brother and sister. They're actually twins, ironically. Anyways, one of them, Johnny, he is a Fremont police officer for like the last 20-something years. And I met his wife at one point, and he was having a lunch break. And she's like, okay, be safe. He's like, yeah, okay, no problem. The fucking cop. What do you... It's like being in the military. Oh, guys, be safe. Yeah, there's not everything I can do about that, though. Anyway, it's just one of those things that it's just a reflex for a lot of people when they're saying goodbye.
Especially if your job is dangerous,
Andrew,
I would think. If you love the person and that person has a deadly dangerous job, I think you would definitely reflexively tell them, I love you and be safe, because you want to see them again later. I can see that happening. That just seems to make sense.
I think someone's snoring. What's going on?
It's possible. You haven't listened to this show, right?
I think there's about 14 people in chat that are snoring, for what it's worth.
So, I think, like, oh, I hope you have a very safe day. Versus be safe as a command versus something else. That's my issue with it. Because I don't.
Because you're telling them to? You haven't even asked. You didn't even bother to ask if they wanted to have a safe day themselves. You just took it upon yourself to demand upon them that they have a safe day in your name. Yeah, that's a real legitimate beef you got there, Andrew.
Oh, come on. Oh. All right. What the fuck just happened?
I just figured I'd take your line of reasoning and run with it.
All right. Well, wishes are better than, or at least
better than wishes.
I'm not really sure how to respond to that, Josh, but I do appreciate your direct humor.
What you should say is,
hey, guys.
That's an interesting point, Josh. You're probably right. Maybe it is a good idea just to tell everybody to be safe. That way they come home to their loved ones. It doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter if they're doing something dangerous or not. Just a good idea to sort of bless them with that energy of being safe and being able to be brought home at night. Or just be like, well, who are you to demand of them to be safe? Just command it. I just thought that was a strange issue to take with telling someone to be safe or to drive safely.
Yeah, it's in one ear, out the other. That's my issue with it. I don't know how many times I've been told that, and I've always been safe, not because I was told it, because I was just naturally trying to be safe.
You were just going to be there anyway.
How would you know?
Because I don't want to get into a head-on collision with someone on the road.
No, my question is, how would you know that something bad wouldn't have happened had they not told you to be safe?
Because it's happened a lot of times I never got safe.
Well, maybe you didn't need it then.
Oh, damn, Josh. Oh, you're putting me in a hole here. You're putting me in a corner.
You're fighting a losing battle, Andrew. You just
I think so. Oh.
Give it up.
Okay, so guys,
Hey.
my doctor put me on a diet, and he's got this group with all of us that are on a diet that are supposed to be losing weight. And every single morning, this asshole, every single morning he posts a fat joke. Every morning, Monday to Sunday, every single morning, to remind us to watch our food. And today's one was, "You're so fat, even your GPS says recalculating, maybe walk instead." This fucking asshole. I just thought I'd share that with you guys.
Is that your joke of the day, or is that a real
tell
thing?
him-
No, it's a real
him,
thing.
yeah.
It's what my doctor does.
You know what? I've got a real good joke that you can share with him one morning.
Yesterday's one was that, let me check. You're so fat when you go camping, the bears hide their food.
I've got a really inappropriate pedophile joke you can share with him. I think that would be funny. Like, is this not where we're just sharing jokes?
Yeah.
I mean, your fat jokes are kind of funny,
I
but
guess just like balls to the wall, I guess.
So much for our 40 seconds of dead air. 40 minutes of dead air.
Share the joke. Let's hear it.
No, I don't think I'm going to do that live. Maybe when we turn off the hit the live stream.
All right. I kind of fucked this up a little tiny bit, but it doesn't really matter. It's the point. Trump.
Yeah, timing has nothing to do with comedy. Go ahead.
Trump, Hillary, and Obama all die at the same time. They're standing before God's throne. And God says to Obama, he has two seats, his left and his right, to share between God. Obama, what reason do you have to sit at one of my seats? He says, well, I've advanced all of the blah, 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 whatever the fuck reasons he's going to give. He says, okay, you can take a seat at my right. Says to Hillary, all right, what reason do you have to sit to my left? And she gives a whole bunch of, I did women's rights, blah, 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 right? Whatever, fuck. She takes the seat. And then he says, to you, Trump, what do you have to say? You're in my fucking seat.
Wow.
That was real close.
Yeah.
I thought
Real close.
Obama's answer was going to be that I'm black, and Hillary's answer is that I'm a woman.
No, it's because Trump is an arrogant, self-centered nihilist.
No, I get the context of the joke. It's just not funny.
It could have been funnier.
Maybe next time I'll write it down first before I get high, and then fucking read
Again, remember that whole thing about timing?
Yeah.
Well, I think you missed the most important thing. And you need to ask me what the most important thing about comedy is, Andrew. You need to ask me.
The punchline.
No, you need to ask me. I didn't say answer. I said you need to ask me.
Sir, Josh.
Yes.
What is the most
Timing.
important thing about comedy? Oh, yeah.
See, Andrew, is that easy?
See, Andrew, that's funny.
Yeah, I know. That came. I forget what sketch it comes from.
It's like a cartoon. It's like a card trick. It's all in the presentation.
Yeah, the setup helps. A good setup is definitely worthwhile.
Yeah, it's better than a knock-knock joke. Say that. But yeah, it's timing. Fucking did that. Was it Ace Ventura? No, it wasn't Ace Ventura. I forget.
Yeah, I forget where I heard that joke. But we are right upon it. Thanks everybody
No,
for
we're
hanging
not.
out. Yeah,
Oh, wow,
look
what
at that.
the
Like,
hell?
right up on it.
All right. Thank you, guys. Love y'all.
Hell yeah.
Good show.
Love every one of you. Thanks for hanging out this morning, for putting up with us and sitting through the silences. But we'll be back Wednesday. And, well, more than likely again on Friday. Just never can tell. So you guys have a great rest of your week. Be good, be well, do good, do well, and be safe and drive safely. We love you.